Tonight, a warning for people who struggle to breathe. Millions of CPAP machines they rely on are being pulled in a massive recall. Our Susan Corey is watching out for you and explains why some people are being told to continue using machines that could potentially put their health at risk.
Am I going to get some kind of disease from it? Could I get cancer?
Questions that quite literally keep Patrick Quinn up at night.
I don't know, but I shouldn't have to lay my head down on the pillow every night and wonder about that.
He just found out the machine he uses to help him breathe while he sleeps may be hurting his health, but Quinn says not using it isn't an option.
I have epilepsy, and if I don't get 6, 7, 8 hours of sleep a night, then it can trigger seizures.
That's why he needs a CPAP, short for continuous positive airway pressure. His is one of millions made by Philips, which the FDA says aren't safe to use. They've been on a recall list since June. That was news to Quinn, who was recently told by a friend.
The Philips Respironics System 1, which is what I have, and I was just dumbfounded that I would find out that way rather than Philips calling me, emailing me.
The recall centers on foam used to reduce noise and vibration. According to Philips, the foam can degrade, and some people may inhale chemicals that can cause cancer.
I question it every time I put the mask on at night.
To make matters worse, a recent FDA investigation discovered Philips started getting complaints about the issue in 2015, and company executives were made aware in January 2020, but waited more than a year to take corrective action.
Who knew? That's what I want to know.
Doctors and nurses now trying to help their patients are playing catch up.
For us, there was a lot of uncertainty because we did not have a lot of information at the time the recall was announced.
Loretta Colvin is a nurse practitioner at SSM Health who specializes in sleep apnea. She says anyone who has an affected device needs to call their doctor to figure out what to do next.
What we're going to advise them will depend on their severity of sleep apnea. We worry about serious health problems like heart failure, atrial fibrillation, strokes, heart attacks.
She's seeing patients struggle to get new machines, with the recall and supply chain issues causing shortages.
It's beyond our control, but we're hoping for a solution, but the pandemic is going to limit the options.
That's something Quinn already learned.
They're telling me that it could be 3 to 6 months for me to get a new CPAP machine.
He says it's the only option with his health insurance. Plus, he can't afford to pay more than $1,000 out of pocket for a new machine.
Rock, hard place, I'm in the middle. That's how I feel.
There are other companies that make CPAPs, but a lot of people rely on insurance to cover the cost of their machine, which limits how often you can get a new one. Philips says it expects to finish replacing all of the affected devices by September of next year. Susan Corey, News 4.